All right, today and tomorrow are the 2 days where you're going to get to build your bridge. You won't have a lot of time. You got about 45 minutes each day, so you really want to get to it. Before you can start building your bridge, remember, you have to have your blueprint, and you must show that along with your research to your teacher. If everyone's done a good job with their research and your blueprint is finished, you will get all of your materials. Remember the most important rules. The bridge must span a gap of 30 centimeters. That's the gap. And it must have a road surface that's at least 4 centimeters wide so that a matchbox car could go across. You can only use the materials that we give you. So that's 50 coffee stir sticks, up to 25 index cards, and the duct tape. You will get 18 inches of duct tape provided each building day. So 18 inches today and 18 inches tomorrow. Don't waste it. Remember, your bridge is going to be tested by hanging a bucket from a half-inch strap somewhere on the middle of your bridge. It could go through the middle, it could go over the top. It's up to you depending on your design. But leave a space for that half-inch strap to hang. We'll test your bridge by adding water to the bucket until it fails. It's failed if your bridge breaks and the bucket drops, if your bridge bends so much that it falls through the gap, or if your bridge bends so much that the bucket touches the ground. The testing area will be set up so that your bucket starts 10 centimeters above the ground at least. But realize if your bridge sags more than 10 centimeters during testing, the bucket may be touching the ground, and if it touches, your test is over.
Okay, I'm going to give you some construction tips. Your teacher is going to give you 18 inches of tape each day. So when they give you the tape, I would suggest that you don't tape it to the desk, because if you do that, now your tape's not going to be quite as sticky. The other thing that I would suggest that you're very careful about is don't allow the tape to touch itself, because it's hard to pull it off, and you could end up wasting some of your tape that way. So I would suggest when you're not using the tape that you just hang it just a small portion from the side so that you've got it where you need it. When you are ready to actually use it, I would not suggest you use big chunks, because you only got, a 1.5 feet each day, so 3 foot of tape total. So I would suggest that you take your hands and you just rip small amounts, and then even from here, I wouldn't use a piece this big either. I would go ahead and rip really small pieces, which you can then go ahead and tape to the side if you need to, and use the really small pieces to attach your sticks together and build your bridge. It is your bridge, so you can decide how you want to use your materials. So you figure out what's best, but that is one suggestion. You can also use the scissors to help you cut the tape, or to help start the cut if you're having trouble ripping it, but as long as it's in the direction of kind of where the tape is sewn together, it should rip apart pretty easily.
If you don't like your stick fully sized like this, you could easily break it in pieces if you have your fingernails in close together, and you could snap it in small pieces like this. But remember, don't use the scissors because you'll get disqualified.
You got 2 days to build your bridge. So talk to your group, plan ahead, but get after it because you don't have a lot of time. Good luck.